Welcome to our channel Autodrive. Alright, today we're diving into something massive, bold, and unapologetically powerful, the 2026 Bismarck Battleship. Now before anyone jumps in the comments, yes, the name immediately brings history to mind. The original Bismarck from World War II, built by Nazi Germany, was one of the most famous and feared battleships of its time. But what we're talking about today is a modern 2026 conceptual revival, a next-generation battleship idea that blends historic inspiration with cutting-edge naval technology. So think of this not as a relic of the past, but as a futuristic naval powerhouse built for modern maritime dominance. First, let's talk about sheer presence. The 2026 Bismarck battleship is designed to be intimidating before it even fires a shot. At roughly 280 meters in length, it's slightly larger than many current destroyers and rivals some aircraft carriers in visual impact. The hull design takes inspiration from stealth warships like the USS Naval, meaning angular surfaces and radar-absorbent materials reduce its radar cross-section dramatically. So while it looks enormous to the naked eye, it's surprisingly difficult to detect electronically. That combination of size and stealth is one of its biggest conceptual selling points. Under the surface, the ship is powered by an advanced hybrid propulsion system. Instead of traditional steam turbines like the original Bismarck used, this 2026 version relies on integrated electric propulsion, similar to what we see on modern US and European warships. Gas turbines generate electricity that powers electric motors connected to the propeller shafts. This setup increases fuel efficiency, reduces noise, and allows for better energy distribution across onboard systems. Top speed is estimated around 30 knots, which is impressive for a vessel of this size. More importantly, it has a massive operational range, meaning it can stay deployed for extended periods without constant refueling. Now let's get into the part everyone wants to hear about, the firepower. Unlike the original Bismarck, which relied on massive 15-inch naval guns, the 2026 Bismarck is built around a combination of missile systems and advanced naval artillery. It features vertical launch systems similar to those found on the Arleigh-Burke-class destroyers. These VLS cells can deploy surface-to-air missiles, anti-ship missiles, land attack cruise missiles, and even hypersonic weapons. That means it's not just built for sea combat, it can strike land targets hundreds of miles away with extreme precision. But here's where it gets interesting. This concept ship brings back large-caliber naval guns, not as the primary weapon, but as a strategic advantage. Imagine two advanced electromagnetic railguns mounted forward. Instead of using explosive propellant, they use electromagnetic force to launch projectiles at hypersonic speeds. That translates to incredible range, reduced cost per shot compared to missiles, and devastating impact. For naval enthusiasts, that's a nod to the big gun era, but reimagined with futuristic technology. Defense systems are just as impressive. Modern naval warfare is about layers of protection. The 2026 Bismarck includes advanced phased array radar systems for 360-degree tracking, similar in concept to Aegis combat systems. It can detect and track multiple airborne and surface threats simultaneously. Close-in weapon systems, think automated rapid-fire cannons, act as the last line of defense against incoming missiles or drones. On top of that, it's equipped with electronic warfare suites capable of jamming enemy radar and communications. So it's not just a heavy hitter, it's extremely difficult to hit in return. One unique selling point of this battleship concept is energy dominance. Because it uses integrated electric propulsion, it can allocate massive electrical power to advanced systems. That opens the door to directed energy weapons like high-powered lasers. These laser systems could potentially disable drones, small boats, or even incoming missiles at a fraction of the cost of traditional interceptors. The idea is sustainability in warfare, less reliance on expensive munitions and more use of reusable energy-based defenses. Design-wise, the 2026 Bismarck blends modern minimalism with subtle historical cues. The superstructure is compact and centralized to reduce radar reflection. The deck layout is clean and uncluttered, with hidden weapon bays to maintain stealth. However, the forward gun placement and overall silhouette pay homage to the original Bismarck battleship. It's a respectful nod to history without being stuck in it. Inside, the ship is highly automated. Crew requirements are significantly reduced compared to older warships of similar size. Advanced AI-assisted systems handle navigation support, threat analysis, and weapons coordination. That means faster reaction times and less human error. Another major capability is multi-domain integration. The 2026 Bismarck isn't operating alone. It's designed to function as part of a networked fleet. Secure satellite communication and real-time data sharing allow it to coordinate with submarines, aircraft, drones, and other ships seamlessly. It likely carries its own complement of unmanned aerial vehicles for reconnaissance. These drones can extend the ship's visual and radar horizon, giving commanders better situational awareness without exposing the ship itself to unnecessary risk. From a strategic standpoint, the biggest question is, why build a battleship in 2026? Modern navies largely replaced battleships with aircraft carriers and missile cruisers. The answer lies in versatility and survivability. This concept reimagines the battleship as a heavily armored, multi-role command ship capable of absorbing damage while delivering overwhelming firepower. It's meant to dominate contested waters where missile saturation and drone swarms are real threats. In simple terms, it's built to take a punch and keep fighting. For everyday viewers wondering how this compares to something like a modern destroyer, think of it this way. A destroyer is like a highly skilled special forces operative, fast, precise, and tactical. The 2026 Bismarck is more like a heavily armored juggernaut that also happens to be smart and fast. It combines brute strength with digital intelligence. Of course, cost would be a major factor. A ship like this wouldn't come cheap. Between advanced materials, missile systems, railguns, and energy weapons, we're likely talking several $billion per unit. But proponents argue that its durability, firepower, and energy efficiency could justify the investment in long-term strategic value. So overall, the 2026 Bismarck battleship represents a fascinating blend of past and future. It revives the psychological impact of the classic battleship while fully embracing 21st century technology. It's stealthy yet massive, powerful yet efficient, and traditional yet futuristic. Whether something like this will ever be fully realized remains to be seen, but as a concept, it challenges the idea that the era of the battleship is over. Instead, it suggests that maybe the battleship just needed to evolve.